project was developed in collaboration with TechAxio. TechAxio offers data solutions as a service, data science, and data analytics mentoring. So if you're interested in trends on data science and data analysis, I'm going to drop their LinkedIn handle and Twitter handle. Ensure to drop a follow for up-to-date information. Thank you. Welcome back to the part 2 of this data analysis series. In the last video, we were able to create market trend by open and close prices, volume over time. We were able to detect top 5 gainers and top 5 losers, and some other card visuals that were very, very insightful. So now this part we are going to create a lot more. We have much more to create. We are going to be analyzing the 7 and 30 days moving averages, historical price trends, volume and volatility. We are going to be creating this comparative dashboard to compare, like I think three. Yeah, we'll choose three coins of our choices. Actually, it mustn't be this one that I did earlier. Then we're going to detect what accurate risk analysis dashboard, yes, for volatility. So before, while if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I would recommend checking it out first. I'll leave the link in the description. Not wasting much of our time. Okay, we did not add the title of this dashboard. We add the title for this dashboard. So I think we need to, definitely we just have to. So before we do that, now let's remove the background. Let's remove the background so I know we know what we're working with. So 16. So UI here, blue, bold, center. So now the crypto dashboard view. Good. So yeah, are we take this good now. So now we have to create the next dashboard. So for this one, first we'll have to import our background. This is our second background 2. All of these files are actually going to be on the description. So just make sure you download them. Change it to fit. I will change to fit, then reduce the transparency to 0. Good. So now we have measures we are going to be creating. We have a lot of measures we are going to we have the 7 days and 30 days moving averages. Yeah, we have the volume and volatility. So let's let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. When we come here, not so let's open it. We've opened a lot more on the 1000 crypto data set. So let's open it here. Now to do that, we are going to be using quick measure. And I don't know if you are aware, Power BI has AI. That's the Microsoft AI Copilot. I think this would actually make much work easy. Yeah, because rather than you like manually writing down or manually creating some certain formulas or certain measures, you can just come here and select it, fill in what you're supposed to fill, and just automatically create the measure formula. Now we want to create a 7 days rolling average, and we want to create a 30 days rolling average. And I don't know if you understand what rolling averages actually mean. Where what a moving average actually means. A moving average takes the average of a specific number of past data points, like days, and update it as you move forward. Do you get it? So a 7 day moving average averages the value of the last 7 days. A 30 days moving average averages the value of the last 30 days. You get it? So a 7 day shows a very short term trend, while a 30 days, yeah, it doesn't, can we say, intermediate term trend, because it's not so short, not so what tall. So yeah, that's just it about it. The base value here, the base value here is going to be daily return. Base value here is going to be the daily return. Here, sorry, not count, sorry, average of daily return, because we are working with securities base value. Now we're going to be using this date here, date. So now we're using in what, 7 days. So we're going to fill in 6 and 0. I don't know if you understand what this moving average is actually. But I think maybe if there's any need, let me put you through what they actually mean. Let me open this uh let me open this I will do that. I will show you how moving averages actually work, so that you will understand what I did here. So uh calculating a 7 days moving average, you put it as 6 before. So mean that 6 before it plus it, making it 7. Do you get it? So 0 after. We're not doing any other one. 0 after. So yes, this is it. Automatically, the Copilot AI creates a measure. You get what I'm saying? Automatically, the Copilot AI creates a measure. Okay, I'm going to work on this. So I'm going to explain what happened there. I'm going to explain what's happening in this movie. So this is it. The Copilot AI has been able to what? Create what we are going to be working with now. You get it? So I think this is one great advantage. This is one great advantage in um, this whole this whole Power BI. It's a really really big great advantage, and that if you are able to work with it well, I think your work will be much more what easy. 7 days rolling average. Yeah. Good. We want to create another one for the 30 days moving average. So I'm going to explain what we're actually doing here. I'm going to explain what we're actually doing here. We've done that. uh, So for the base value, we are creating another one here now. So for the base value, we are using the same average of daily return. So why average of daily return. Now, to create for 30 days, you use what? 29. This happen. To create for what? 30 days, you use what? 29 and 0 after. So basically, in let's add it. Let's add it. Let's work on it. So now it has created here. So this is the what? 30 days moving average. This one counts 29 before it. 30-day moving average. So let me show you how it actually even works. Let me explain what we are doing here, so you understand how this moving averages work. If I That was why I opened this. Sorry. Now you see this thing. Let's give an example now. We want to calculate 3 days moving average. Okay. So now this is the day one, day one value, day two value, and day three value. Do you get it? So if we are calculating 3 days moving average, this first day, the moving average is still going to be the same thing. Do you get it? So this two is still going to be what? The same thing. But for this third day, the moving average is going to be the addition of these 3 divided by 3. Do you get it? So that is going to give us the moving average for this particular one. Then when we come to this fourth day, the moving average for this particular fourth day will be the addition of these three divided by 3 to give us this one. You get how it works? So if we are talking of 7 days, the reason why we do 6 days before is that, let's say in the seventh day, if this year, in the seventh day, this is what 6 days before, eh, plus it automatically it is plus it. So the moving average is because the moving average for this third day, if we are doing 3 days, the third day is for what? 2 before. If you look at it, 2 before, then plus this. So that's why you see in the new quick measure we are using in the new quick measure we use 6 for 7 days instead of what? 7. I don't know whether I get what I'm saying. I think I've been able to put ourselves through in that particular aspect. I think I've been able to put ourselves in that particular aspect. So what we need a line chart. All right, we need a line chart for to be able to what visualize the moving averages. Do you get it? When I open a line chart, we're going to also use slicer here too. We're going to use slicer here too. Yes, slicer is actually needed here. So here now in the x-axis, we're going to be adding what? Date. Let me check something. So let me check something here now. Okay, it's all of them. Okay, sorry. So here now, we've been able to put our date in our x-axis. Then for the y-axis, we are going to be using 7 days moving average for the y-axis, 30 days moving average. Good. Hey, I've not put my slicer. Sorry. Let me put the slicer for the year. I apologize. Let me put the slicer. I was supposed to do that first. This is the slicer. I was supposed to do that first. Let me put the slicer for the year. This one is going to take the year like it has always been. So we're going to edit it how we have always edited it. Put it as a word drop down. So you get. So now the values, we want to make them bold like we always do, and the background kind of darkish white here. So we're working with this. So now for the title, we want to on the title, and no, are we doing that? Not the title, sorry, header. There's no reason to on this title. So for the slicer header, we want to make it bold, okay, and put it as what? Soji UI. Good. So we're working with this. Let's remove the background. When we go to general, we access our effect, off the background, correct. So now we also need to create slicer for the symbols. Do you get it? We also need to create slicer for the symbol. So let's add another slicer. We also need to create slicer for the symbol, this particular one here. Symbol, correct. Okay. So now make it a drop down also. We're working with drop down here. The values, make them bold. Go to the background, put it to that color I was talking of. Now the slicer header, capital letter S, Soji UI, bold, Also correct. Off the background. Good, good. Now let's come back to our visual that we were working with earlier on. Let's off the background for this visual. Let's off the background for the visual. So now that we have off the background, we have a lot of things to edit. But before we continue, I think I spotted a mistake somewhere. Yes, I spotted a mistake somewhere. So if you follow my steps and come to this place, get the formula, just tap on this daily return, get the formula. It's actually open here and close here. Actually, press enter. Real, this is the accurate formula to get the daily return. Close minus open over open. Yes, the actual formula. So it's actually going to also the changes are also going to affect here too. So we are not on the wrong side. Just please just do that so that you can get accurate results. Now you see the way this line chart is in. We can actually make it finer. When I mean finer, we can actually make it to show more information. Yes, we can actually make it to show more information. Here it's just showing information based on the years, based on the years. But we want to make it to show more information. I think so. When we highlight this, when you tap on this line chart, you come here, you you remove date, you remove the date entirely. When you remove the date entirely, you bring it back in. Now it shows you in this format. Do you get? It's still it's still the same thing, but earlier on it worked with only the year. Do you get it? But now it works with, I think, everything. The month, the day, the quarter. We actually need quarter. No, we don't need the quarter. We can actually say the month, the day only. You get? We don't need the quarter. So we can actually be able to keep track of each particular day, what particular time. So I think, yeah, so this is better now. This is better. Now we need to the legends. We actually need to edit them, put them bottom center. Yes, put the legend bottom center. And for the titles in the Y and the X axis and in here, we need to remove them off the title, the secondary Y axis, secondary. So I think that was the mistake I made on the daily return. So the daily return is supposed to be close minus open. Yes, supposed to be close minus open over open. So now our title, we want to edit our title 7 and 30 days. What are we going to call it now? Should we say, yeah, 7 and 30 days rolling average by what? Rolling average, correct? So I think it's in this top. So now change it to Soji UI, change it to Soji UI and make it bold, make it bold. Put it in the center. Now we're going to make a subtitle on the subtitle. So here is going to be by what? By um year, month, and day. You get year, month, and what? Day. Comma. I forgot to put a comma. per year, month and day. Do the same editing, make it bold, put it in the center, and let's put it to 11. No, make it make it 10 back, 10 back, make it 10 back. So this is keeping track of more information actually. So let's say we want to check that. Yeah, this chart is kind of rough, actually rough. And I think this kind of charts are actually very hard to trace. This kind of charts are actually very hard to trace. Yeah. Let's remove the D. Alright, alright. Okay. So we can work with one. Remove the D. Remove the D. This is better, please. This is better. You can track the one for a particular symbol also. You get. So I think yeah, this is better. So let it be only month and year. Let it. We are trying to make a better visual than the other visual actually even made. We're creating it, but we're creating it in a better way. Do you get what I'm saying? So now we want to create a column, sorry, a combo chart. Yes, that is going to display volume versus volatility. Yes, volume versus volatility. Yeah, let me show you what we're talking of. This is what I'm talking of. This is what I'm talking of. You get, this is what I'm talking of. Okay, so let's dive into it. Let's dive into that now. First, we come here, line and cluster. Let's go with line and start. Let's resize it. We still need to off the background of this one too. I must not forget that. I must definitely not forget that. So with this, we want to make we want to put date in our x-axis, put date in our x-axis, only month, make it only month. Now in our y-axis, in our column y-axis, we put volume, yes, not sum, put as average. Then volatility percent here, average too. I think yeah, this combo chart is displaying volume and volatility for we can say for a particular what symbol, a particular what time interval. Do you get? Now we need to also edit this particular visual. First thing we need to do is what? Let's remove the background. Let's remove the background. Now when we come here, remove the title for the x-axis. Open the y-axis. Remove the title for the y-axis. Now go scroll up. Make the x-axis bold. Correct. Make the y-axis value. Value. Make it bold also. Correct. Now for the legends, legends need to be edited also. Legends, take them to the bottom. I always prefer them bottom center. They are better that way. Bottom center. And for the title, you make it what? Volume versus volatility. Right? Volume. So GUI, make it bold. Put it in the center. Correct. Like this now, we can keep track of volume volatility for a particular what symbol. You get. And so now we want to do a top 10 ranking. Yeah, if you check this place, you are going to see that we were asked to what do a ranking top 10 by what? Volume, performance, and volatility. It's part of the metric. So we're going to put it in this particular dashboard. This particular dashboard. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to do it by what? Metric. Yeah, we're going to do it by metric. So we have to put our this is a metric. Put our metric. It automatically will build it. It did that by itself. We have to still edit it. Now in this place, our values, eh, our values are going to be what we are ranking with. Chill. Let me put it straight. So basically, top 10 ranking, we've done a filter before. We know how to make it top 10 regardless. You get. So what we're going to be working with now is we're working with both volume, performance, and volatility. So but for performance, we didn't explicitly make any call for performance. So what we are going to use for performance is the what? Daily return. Because that is basically what it is. Do you get it? When we talk of performance as a metric, we use what? Percent return over day and week. Do you get? So that's the performance. So regardless, we're going to use for the performance um value, we're going to use the daily return. So when we come here, we put the row as symbol. We put the row as symbol, very correct. And we put volume. What are we going to rank it with? Let's check. If we should rank it with, should we rank it with performance? Let me check. You can regardless rank it with whatever you want. I think we've not actually no. We're going to still work on volatility. Let's rank it by performance. Yeah, let's rank it by performance. So now since we are ranking by performance, we take the daily return, put the daily return, make it average. We are going to be working with the average. Why is it not as average? Sorry, value. We're taking it into the value. We're going to fill in three things into the values. We're going to fill in both this, the volume to get the what average of the volume. We're also going to now fill in lastly the volatility, get the average of volatility. I don't think in any analysis I actually made I did any ranking by performance. I think choosing performance here in this, I think it's going to give us a little bit of more insight of how which one which coin performed best in relative to how much risk it was of a coin and in relative to how much of it was traded. Are you seeing how beautiful this is? Using these top 10 rankings, I think it's going to show us more. It's going to show us a lot of things actually. Bigger, it's going to show us a lot of things. It's going to show us the top 10 ranking by performance and how much was traded of it relative to what? How much risk it was. Bigger. So you can actually use this data, like I said, to get great insights. Very, very good insights. We would be editing this particular one now. I think the filter should be able to work. Filter should be able to work. Filter by what? Top 10. Basically, top what? 10. We've worked on this before. Top 10 by what? Average daily return. By this. Now, this is what it looks like. We want to, let me see, put in something. Let's format it. Now, I want the values. Let's increase the font. How is looking. This is better. And let's remove the background. call it top 10 ranking, top what? 10 rankings by what? Performance, performance, volume, and what? Volatility. Now let's put it as Soji UI, make it bold, in the center. Great, good, very very good. Now we are it is only showing us what? Top 10 of this. I think we'll be needing to edit something now. The column headers. We need to edit something. The column headers. Yeah, we need the subtotals actually. We need the subtotals actually. That's the grand total. The column headers. Okay, chill. Let's come here. We can work with it here. We name for this visual. Yeah, this is how I do it sometimes. Average percent return. Return. Average volume. We name for this visual. Average volume. Then average percent volatility. Average percent volatility. Okay, sorry, symbol. Let me uh name for this visual. Sorry. Yes. Make the headers. We need to make the headers so the row headers. Yes. Same as the word column headers. Make it bold. Yes. They are also GUI. Now, is that all we have to do? We're not adding color to this one. We won't be adding color to this one. We're not adding color. The values, we need them bold. Like this. So now let's give it the name that it's working with. Yeah, dashboard. But this text box doesn't move on its own. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I want to up the background on this Why is it showing like this one too? Yeah, I'm working. I'm working. I'm working because we have to make sure it's sorted by what? Sorted by this. Alright, alright. So I think I saw a little bit change. So it wasn't actually done well. So you have to sort it by what? Sort it by you get sort it by this. Make sure it's in descending order, not ascending. So I forgot to change this sub title and remove the day because day is no longer part. Day is no longer part of the title. So I think I should come here. The title. Day is no longer part of the title. Everyone down by year and month and month. Correct. So so we are done for this particular dashboard. Let's test let's test what it does. Okay. 7 and 30 days rolling average for this particular word symbol I just chose now. Let me highlight probably others. Let's see, let's see more. Let me highlight others. So automatically in this place, it is ranking them already. So if you actually want to check out for a particular set of what coins, you can actually still do that. If you want to now check out this particular set of coins, this particular set of what time interval, you can still do that. The reason why all of them are not showing is because in some certain time intervals they were not already made. Do you get? So they are this is very accurate data set. Yes, so this one is helping us to track this. Like I told you earlier about the 7 and 30 days. 7 days rolling average keeps track of like a short term trend. You get a short term trend. So we can use it for a short term trend. We can use it for 30 average, 30 days rolling average for a longer term trend. Because I think this one is 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. There's also we can also make use of three 3 months rolling average. We can make use of quarter what rolling average. So I think this is this for this particular dashboard, and actually we did a lot. Take it back. Accomplish a lot actually. Good. So everything is back to normal now. Now we want to make the what third dashboard. We want to make the touch dashboard. I thank God for the progress that we have been making. So now we need to come here to what import our background for the third dashboard. That's the first step. Make it normal. Sorry, fit. Reduce the transparency to 0. Good. So here we'll be building 3 things. Yeah. I think we'll be working with only one slicer in this particular. Yeah, we worked with only one slicer, which is the year. We'll be working with only one slicer, which is the year. Making this make it a drop down. Make it a drop down. Correct. And the values, make them bold. Change the background like we always did. I think this is a normal thing we repeatedly do. And remove the background. Remove the background. the year, change it. That's the slicer header. Make it bold also. Very, very correct. So now let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check out this. This is the dashboard we want to create. This one is a comparative dashboard. I think this was when we were talking about comparing three things together. Yes, this is when we were talking about market comparison. So this is one of our what metrics to track. No, I would say metric to track. I would say one of the things we have to track. Also, compare multiple cryptocurrencies side by side. You get. So I chose three cryptocurrencies. So I actually compared three of them, and it showed a lot of. Let's check them out. Let's check them out. Come here. Sorry. Let's come here. Let me show you what was done. So I picked gold, INTC, and NVDE. Yes, and I also did them in the volume with volatility between the three of them also. Correct. And so let's get the price trend line between what gold, INTC. Yes, gold, INTC, and NVDA. I think we'll be doing this by the filter. Yeah, we did this by the filter. Let's see how it's done. Let's do less of let's take in our line chart. Let's take in our line chart. Uh, take in our line chart. Our line chart. Here now would be putting our date for month. So what is we are working with this. We'll be putting our dates here. Make it month. Then the y-axis we're using price change. So we're checking a price. We're checking for a price trend line. So we're going to be using the average price change. Then it is for symbols. Yeah, average price change for symbols. Let me check. Come on. Okay. So now we are going to put symbols into the legend. Right. Now we are going to filter the one we want. Okay. Filter the symbols. So basically, I chose MVD, INTC, and one other one. But now let's use a different thing. Let's use BNB. BTC. BNB is actually Binance. Let's use BNB, BTC, and which one should we make it of? Solana. Sol. Let's work with Solana. Sol. Sol. No, let's not work with Solana. I think Solana is giving us a niche value. Let's work with let me say USDT. Try USDT. Just want to compare actually. So it actually matters so much. Are you telling me now that okay USDT is not high? What's the difference? You mean that BTC is more than BNB? Let me not work with BTC. I don't want to work with something that is so high that other charts won't be showing so well. Yeah. I want a nice trend line. I'm just selecting. Do you get? So you can actually select the one you want. It's called price comparative, price competition. Like just comparing um any amount of charts you want. So you can actually take your time and just pick the ones you want to compare. Do you get? You can actually look at them. and pick the one you want to. Let's use TRX. Let me try TRX. Okay. And let me do NVDA. So this is what I'll be working with. Let me be working with this particular tree. I'll work with this particular tree. Let me check for the year 2017. Okay, NVDA was only around 2017. Um, okay, beta chart. Okay, okay. So now I think this is one. This is the comparison now. This is the comparison. So in October, this particular year, this is the comparison between both of them in their price what in their price change. You get, we are using price trend line here. So now we need to edit this particular visual. We need to edit this particular visual. The legend, put them bottom center. In the we need to remove the titles, make them bold, sorry. Then remove the titles, make them bold, make the values bold. Right? Take back this filter. Make the values bold, then remove the title. Did I remove the title for this photo? Make them bold, then remove the title. Title, you don't need the title for anything. That is why is it okay. For the legend, for the legend title is still show. That's what legend title is still show. Yeah, off the legend title. Now for this particular title, we want to put it to the center. So we are calling it price trend line. Yeah, price trend line, price trend line, historical price trend line. Yeah, let's call it that. Historical, historical price trend line. Exactly. Make this one bold also. For Soji, make it bold. It's a make it taking it to the center. Now subtitle. I think subtitle will be on. Subtitle price trend line, historical price trend line for NVDA. Is it buy or for NVDA? For NVDA, BNB for BNB USD, comma what, NVDA, comma what, TRX USD. This particular coin, make it bold, center under it. So now we need to remove the background on this particular. When we go to effects, we off the background for this particular visual. Now this is the comparative what dashboard. We're comparing any three of our choice, a selected one. So I chose the one I wanted, and that's why you did not see the symbol slicer. You get, that's why, because I chose this one, I selected them myself. Do you get? I just wanted to see the trend line between these three coins. Now when we talk of the volume and best volatility for this particular same coin, we can actually use it. Cluster, get a clustered one. Give us the volume best volatility. So the x-axis will be, I think, symbol, correct? We'll still put a filter to just show the ones we want. Then the y-axis, hmm, is wait, sorry, make sure what I'm doing. X-axis, okay. Now we are getting what we're supposed to do volume and volatility on this particular one, right? So that's what we're working with now. Now take this average of volume and average of volatility. Good. It's supposed to be in a clustered form, right? So now I want to make a filter here. I want to filter this. I want to filter this filter it to bring only ones for BNB, NVDA, and CRX. Good. Okay. Now we need the data labels for these ones to be on also. Here we're going to on the data label and the legends. Going to edit the legends. Go to the bottom center. We're going to edit the title to be what? Volume. Sorry, volume versus what? Volatility. Here, volume versus volatility. Are we gonna see 4 or yeah? Volume. Let me work with this one. So when we go to Soji UI, make it bold, take it to the center. Okay. Let me check. Let me check what was done here. Volume between. Okay, so between was used actually. Between these three. So I'll go to the subtitle. Subtitle on the subtitle. Highlight the subtitle between what? BNB, USD, NVDA, and TRX, USD. Make it bold. Okay. Take it to the center. So historical price trend line. See between. Yeah, let me use between for this one too. Let's go to the subtitle. When we go to general, open title, go to the subtitle. When correct. Now I want to make this last visual for this particular word table, and I think that the last visual for this particular table is for this risk analysis table. Sorry, for this comparative table is this ranking. An error was chill. Copy, copy this. If you highlight this one now, mm, press Ctrl C. When you come here, press Ctrl V. Okay, just do that. I think we made a mistake. So this one was not supposed to be here. Now, if you highlight this particular visual, you press Ctrl C. Then when you get to this page 3, you press Ctrl V. Now I want to remove this particular visual from here. It's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be an historical trend line. From what I can see here is historical trend line by what? Daily return. Alright, daily return. So now let's go back to page two. Let's go back to page two. I'm really sorry for that. I'm really sorry for that mistake. Let's go back to page two. So on this place, we're going to be checking for we're going to have date as our x-axis and average of daily return as our y-axis, right? So it's just a trend line that you can select whatever slicer you want to use to check out. So when we come here, date, make it for only month, you can check it. If you feel like you want to do a quarter, you can do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So for this one, we'll be working with the what average actually. I'm really really sorry for this mistake. I apologize sincerely. I think I didn't pay so much attention to it. Now let's off the x-axis title. Let's do that. Let's off the y-axis title. Yes. Now let's make the x-axis bold. Okay. Same as the y-axis. Make it bold. Make their value bold. Now when we come over here, when we come to general, off the background, come to title, historical what? This is a price trend line. Price trend. I think we already did a price trend line before, right? But it's not by daily return. We did a price trend line, but it's not by what daily return. We did I think that was this page three. We did the price trend line comparing what three of them. So I think it's not this is not the same thing. So we're not doing the same thing. There is no point where we had duplicate visuals in this dashboards. All right. So price trend line by what? This one is by daily return. You get. So now we have to edit this particular title, make it Soji highlight, make it bold, take it to the center. Um, yeah. Now we have to on a subtitle. So we're doing it by what? Daily return. By daily return. Make it bold also and take it to the center. This is how it's going to be. It's not so hard. It's not so hard. So this is how it is. When we check out these two visuals that we have done now, these two dashboards that we have done, this is how it's going to be. So we're able to keep track of rolling averages for month and the year. For we can okay, let's check for maybe ah, which one are we going to work with? Okay, this one just had a low span. Let me show you something. Sorry. Now, for this particular coin, the Kova USD, in June 2018, it had a 7-day short-term what rolling average of 0.33 and the negative what 30 days rolling average. You get what I'm saying? So when we talk of rolling average, I'll explain what rolling average means. So you can actually follow up and see how insightful this particular data set is. So now when we select this Kova USD, if we want to what check how much was traded versus um versus how much of it was actually at risk. I think let me this is just what I'm just discovering. Now from this we can actually say the volatility um was very high. Yes, but the volume was traded against. Now if you look at this, you are going to see that in January it had a high volume, eh, and also a very high volatility risk at that point. So the volatility got very high, it had a low what? A low amount traded in February. So I think we can actually track something. We can still track the price trend line for June, okay? By daily return also, same thing by daily return for this particular one, over was still negative. When we look at June also, yeah, when we look at June also, you see the 30 days rolling average was still negative, but in a short term trend of 7 days, it had a positive 33, 0.33. But in a long term of 30 days, it still had a negative what? Minus 1.43. Same way, it had a negative here, minus 1.143. I think this one is for the what? Monthly. But in a short term, so this 30 days is actually showing us both short term and what? Long term. You get? That is that for this. And this one too has been created. So we've been able to make two particular new dashboards. Two new dashboards. Let's give this one this name. Why is so alright? The color, change it to blue, make it bold, put it to center. Now we are to what? Dashboard is sorry. Change this to 16. Why is it not still blue? It's not bold. Dashboard. I think this one is comparative. This is the comparative here. Comparative. Now let's off the background. Alright, good, good. This is it. This is what we've been able to keep track of recently. So I think we are making progress actually. We're making progress, and yeah, we're making progress. So we've been doing well actually. We've gone far. We've gone very far. Yes, we've gone very far. So now we want to make the fourth visual. I think this will be the last visual for this particular part or episode. So let's come here for this particular episode here. I think this will be the last one. Sorry, the fourth visual. So we'll continue later. Now we'll make it fit. Then reduce the transparency to 0. So yeah, we're going to work with this. So now we want to create a risk analysis dashboard. Basically, what is this supposed to do? Let me show you what was done. So this is the crypto risk map that actually keep track of what? Cryptocurrencies that have the highest risk. Do you get it? It's keeping track of cryptocurrencies which had highest risk, highest that were more volatile at some particular period in time. A map, so it's highlighting most, would I say all, yeah, all symbols. It's highlighting all symbols for that particular year. All symbols that are present for that particular year. These are, they are here, they are as dot and circle. This map was actually a very, very nice one. It helps us to keep track. Do you get it? It helps us to keep track of what risky coins and how they were risky in relative to what? In relative to the what? Performance. So now this is a cryptocurrency risk map of cryptocurrencies what volatility relative to the what to their performance, which is what the daily return. And this is that of the top 10 most volatile coins, just to highlight which one was more volatile. If you look at this, if you check this out, it's showing us this is what free USD, right? If we check here, it's the same thing, free USD. If we highlight this fourth one, I'm sorry, fifth one, we check it, it's QNT, right? Same thing, QNT, showing us what the percent volatility at this year and showing us their average return the same year. Do you get it? So it's a crypto risk map that actually shows a lot. So this is what we're going to be working with for our what analysis, our risk analysis. So let's get into it. First thing we'll be doing is to put in our slicer. Put in our slicer. Slicer is for year. Uh, take it in. We've done. I think the way we've been editing some of the things, you should know what you're going to do next, right? Make it a drop down. All right. Now, when you go to the header, you make the header bold. Header bold. Go to the background. Keep scrolling down. Go to the background. Put it to this color here. Then when we come to this slicer header, make it no, not din, CGUI, CGUI, make it bold also. All right, we're good, right? Now change the off the background. This is what it looks like. All right. Now we want to create this crypto map using what Cataplot. I really enjoyed working with this data, and I think I'm really enjoying putting you through this data. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the moment. So the values is going to be the symbol. So what's going to be when we talk of values, we are talking about those circles should be what done by the symbol. So the symbol should be the value, and the x-axis, which is this down, should be percent volatility, average of it. Then daily return, like I said earlier, we're doing with respect to daily return. So yeah, average. Now in we want to check for that of 2020. How was it? This was how it was. If you want to check for that of 2016, this was how it was. Again, I think in 2016 we didn't have much um cryptocurrency coin then as of then. So this was it, FTC USD, and this one PXC USD. This one was more volatile and still brought what high average daily return actually. They were very volatile and still brought high. So do you get these volatile coins are risky. The tendency for it to give you a very good gain is there, and the tendency for it to give you a very good loss is there. So it's both ways. So investors, like I said, they like give investors idea of how they buy these certain coins, because you know that okay, yes, so there is tendency for my money to go. Do you get what I'm saying? So now we need to off the background and edit the title. Have I off the background? Edit the title to be what? Crypto risk map. Yeah. Make it CGUI, make it bold, put it in the center, crypto risk map, increase it to 15, increase the font to 15. Yes, actually. average of volatility percent, and this is what average of what daily return. So now we want to create the top 10 volatile what coins here. So we're going to do that using this chart. Okay, not this one, not this one, not this one. Remove it. We're going to use that using this one. So for the x-axis, it's going to be simple. Now for the y-axis, we set volatility, average of it. Now we need it to be top 10, right? I've taught you how to do that top 10 on. You go to symbols, you change this to what? Top n, make it what? 10, and apply it by what? Percent, average percent volatility. You get average A, sorry, apply the filter. Wait, wait. Are you seeing it? This is how it is. So we need to edit this particular one. The what do they call it? Let me remove the background. Sorry. Let me remove the background. I need to edit the title to display top 10 what? 10 what? Volatile coins. Now, we need to make it GUI, make it bold, put it in the center. Great, very great and awesome. Obtain most volatile coin. Now, in the y-axis, I want you to treat it. Y-axis, remove the title. In the x-axis, do the same too. Remove the title. Great. Now, I want you to edit this, make them bold. Let's not forget that. Make it of them bold. Let's do same here. Let's do same here. Make their values bold. They're supposed to be bold. Good. This is what it actually looks like, right? This is my other one. Great. This is what it actually looks like. Now let's put in our text box. Make it 16. The font size, we're writing the font size bold, center, and what blue color. Now what are we writing? Crypto dashboard risk analysis. Now let's remove the background. Awesome, awesome. No, I don't like the way it is here. Are we good? Are we good? Great. Very, very good. Very, very good. You've been performing so good already. Now let me show you what we're talking about. If we highlight this particular one, it shows us in the what map. You get it? It shows us in the map. Let me right. You see? Now let me remove it. Let me check for this one. This one is team. Team. This is team here. See team. Alright. So I don't know. This is what we are going to work with. So if we can actually add the label. We can actually add the label on this thing. particular, you can actually add the label of this particular, yeah, not bad. Makes us know the values without having us to what touch the yeah, the stuff. So we are good for today. So this particular session has come to an end. Please endeavor to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification for updates, so you can actually get up to date on when I post new videos about analysis for us to grow together. So thank you very much for watching to this extent. I would make sure I upload the next video so we can finish up with this particular word analysis as soon as we can.